You know what, guys? I think it's time for a tour of my iPhone 7 Plus. Hello, guys. How are you? David Franco here. DavidFranco.com. I've had my iPhone 7 Plus for almost 2 months now. Yes, it's been that long, but I can say with confidence I am absolutely loving this phone. It is the best phone I have ever owned. I love it that much. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's pretty damn good, especially with 3D Touch, which I've used before in my iPhone 6s, but it's even better on the iPhone 7 Plus. So anyway, I figured why not celebrate my upcoming 2-month anniversary. I know that's not a word, month anniversary of my iPhone 7 Plus by going through all the apps that I use. At least the most interesting apps. I'm not going to be talking about apps like Calculator. Does anybody actually want to hear me talk about Calculator? It's useful, of course, but no, I'm not going to bore you with details about that. So let's begin. First up is the phone app. I'm not going to open that right now just for the sake of privacy, but it's the phone app. You can't have an iPhone without the phone app. Otherwise, it's just a very fancy iPod Touch. Speaking of the iPod Touch, do you think Apple will ever update that? I don't know, actually. I'm just not sure. Alright, but next up is Snapchat. Yes, I actually use Snapchat more often nowadays, mainly because I am a Munchpak ambassador, which has inspired me to use Munchpak for my personal accounts. So, if you want to add me, there you go, there's my Snap code, or just search for my name, David DeFranco. Can't promise my snaps will be all that interesting, but I will do my best. Next up is this app called YouTube. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of YouTube, but it's kind of like a video sharing platform where you can learn a ton of awesome information from so many interesting individuals from around the world, such as this tool. This guy is just, he's pretty bad, pretty boring. But seriously, YouTube is awesome, so why wouldn't I have it on my phone? Then next up is the default camera app from Apple. Not the most exciting camera app out there, but you know what? I like it because it's native, it's default, and it works exactly as advertised. And I'll talk about that more in detail shortly. Facebook Messenger, I'm not going to go into detail just because of people's privacy, but we all know what Facebook and Messenger are, right? Well, of course. So Apple Music I will gladly open. No, that was not porn. That was the Chill Station, which I am a big fan of. Chill is great. I listen to this station each and every day. Well, because it's very chill music, as the name obviously suggests. But seriously, it's just very relaxing music, and I typically listen to it while I'm working on things. So Apple Music, you gotta love it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Alright, next up, Photos. This is not a completed collection of my Apple Photos, but most of my photos are organized in Apple Photos on my Mac. So I'll talk about that in detail in a future video, but for now, here's a quick preview. I don't think you care about my selfies. That was just a selfie I took during the last Patrons Hangout on YouTube. I was going to say Google+. No longer Google+, thank God. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Super Mario Run, you don't need to hear much about, but I do love it. Pokemon Go, great game. Don't play it as much nowadays, but still it's great. Let's update my apps in real time. I tend to fall behind. So it looks like I have updates for Instagram, Google Calendar, eBay, Super Mario Run, Snapseed, and Snapchat. Have you ever noticed the trend with the word snap? People just like it, I suppose. So, let me go back there and update now. I'm trying to do all this through the viewfinder on my Canon 80D, or the screen rather. Alright, so those apps are updating, which gives me the excuse to not open Snapseed. Snapseed is great. I only say excuse because I will talk your heads off. Seriously, Snapseed is an incredibly in-depth photo editor made by Google. And well, if you guys want a detailed video of that someday, just let me know and I will make that. Snapseed is just incredible. And it's free. There's Swarm, which allows me to check in and share my obsession with places like Sheets, Wawa, Rudders, and all that stuff, and Target nowadays. The PlayStation app is still very ugly. In my opinion, Sony needs to do a complete rewrite of that app. It just feels very Android to me. And I don't say that in a bad way, just, I don't know, it feels rushed. It feels too boxy. Papers.co is a great free app to get wallpapers. So they have a ton of different categories, and let's just go to beauty. That way it gets people's attention. Look at that. That might be my thumbnail. Hold on. Let's find a good one. Not that one. I don't roll that way. Anyway, I'm just trying to make things awkward, and I think I'm succeeding. So let's go to Apple. And they have a ton of great wallpapers. You can save them to your camera roll and all that stuff. It's a great app, and again, it is completely free. Instagram. Who doesn't love Instagram? I am on Instagram.com/DavidFranco, so check me out right there. Love it, and I actually just posted a picture the other day of Maui in the snow. So there you go, proof. Maui does get outside despite what people may think. Just saying. Patreon. I love me some Patreon. Patreon is a game changer. I don't necessarily support... Yeah, anyway, he's just there by default. Here is my Patreon campaign. Let me go back to my profile. Again, I'm doing all this looking through my ADD, so I'm a little sloppy. But yes, I love Patreon. It is a game changer. It is quite literally forever changed the way I share and distribute exclusive content. It's that big of a deal. I love it. Patreon is amazing. So there you go. There's that. Google Calendar, I will not open, but I use that for Munchpack to keep track of when I'm streaming on Facebook and sharing on Snapchat, since, again, I am a Munchpack ambassador. 1Password, I will obviously not open. iCloud Drive, not going to open just in case because it has files, but I do use iCloud Drive each and every day. I cannot imagine my life without it. It makes it so convenient for sharing video files, images, and all that stuff between my Macs, my iPad, and my iPhone. I just tried to scroll down. I don't know why I tried to do that. Smart home apps. So I have Sensi for my thermostat, Canary for my camera, Nest, that's another camera, Omi, that's my smart nightlight, that's my security system to arm my house. This is actually to fly my drone. I just kind of put it in smart home because I didn't know where else to put it. Closely is another camera, or Closely, I think it's Closely, I forget. And same goes for RemoCam. So as you can see, I have a ton of camera apps. Money. This is where I make and spend my money. Wawa, Rudders, Sheets, my bank, expenses, which allows me to keep track of my income and business expenses. PayPal, Target, Groupon, eBay, Cartwheel, which is also Target, and of course, Amazon. Actually, Amazon deserves to be in the first page of my folder, right? Don't you agree? Of course. Wait, other convenience stores go up top. Expenses goes in the middle. There you go. Yeah, I'm very organized. And of course, Apple apps. I don't use most of these, but you know what? They stay in here just in case. And settings. I think we all know what settings is, right? It's a great app. You can't have an iPhone without it. And on the bottom here, I have Spark, which is my preferred email client. Definitely check it out. It's free, it's easy to use, and in my opinion, so much better than Apple Mail. Messages, Safari, and finally, Tweetbot, which is my Twitter app of choice. There you have it, a tour of my iPhone 7 Plus. Of course, I could have went into much more detail with apps like Snapseed and, I don't know, iCloud Drive. But you know what? I don't want to keep you guys around for too long. However, I will say, did you notice a trend? These are all placed vertically on purpose because my workflow is like this. I take a picture, I drop it in my Photos app, I edit with Snapseed, and then I share on Instagram. Yes, that is no accident. That is a very carefully thought through process of app alignment. Hey, like I said, I'm organized, I'm obsessed, and I'm slightly OCD. I'm not gonna lie. So guys, if you have any questions about these apps, let me know. And well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.